Do you tie in compassion to your activism? Like how does that all work?
Yes, it's a huge part. So I think for me personally, compassion has been the saving grace for my well-being.
Mm.
I'm very particular about my physical health, thanks to the work that I've done and what I know. I'm very interested in living a long, healthy life. So not just improving my lifespan, but my health span. And I'm really interested in all the conversations and science around longevity. So I do all of those things on a physical basis, but I think like everyone else, when I hit up against the limits of my stress and my overwhelm, and I've experienced burnout in my life more than once, I have, and not just that, but I think also some very difficult challenges in my personal life with illness in my family that I've had to navigate for many, many years. It's my compassion practice that has saved the day for me. So that for me looks like a consistent meditation practice every single morning as part of my morning routine, and strengthening my capacity for compassion, both self-compassion, so just being kind to myself on the days that things don't go the way that I planned, or when I screw up, or when I don't show up as my best, but also compassion for others and recognizing this shared common humanity, and that we're all fallible and we all make mistakes. And I think that capacity for compassion allows us to then build a little more trust and have the ability to collaborate with others in a more meaningful way. So I think I was rambling a little bit there, but I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you definitely answered it. And I almost want to turn up the dial on, I can sense also that there is urgency in what you're talking about when it comes to compassion. That I can tell it's not a nice to have, like it's something that you absolutely need to, embody and cultivate in your personal life. But can you tie that to the necessity of compassion for leaders that are in this space of making change towards our personal and planetary health? Like, why is it so important to embody it? It's not just like a nice to have once in a while thing, or a retreat that you go on and learn some tips here and there. Why is it so important?
So when you look at the research behind the science of compassion and the effect that it has, on the personal level, yes, it's going to help you stay well. It's going to boost your motivation. So the benefits of self-compassion are many, including boosting your personal motivation. You're more likely to stick to a health and well-being program, for example. It strengthens the quality of your relationships. And then when we're compassionate to others, it actually stimulates our parasympathetic nervous system. So it's one of the best ways to decrease your stress in any given moment, to deal with that overwhelm and burnout. So it's one of the best ways to increase your resilience. And then, but on an organizational scale, the benefits of compassion are many as well. So when we look at organizations who build cultures where teams are encouraged to engage in what's called companionate love, which are those micro moments of love where you take a second to ask how the other person is doing, or bring a cup of tea for them, or just, if they make a mistake, just saying, it's okay, I have your back. Those are the cultures that have been shown to be the most innovative. Those are the ones that have the least turnover. Those are the ones that where they have the highest levels of customer service, both internally and externally. Those are the ones that have that high level of psychological safety. Everybody talks about psychological safety. It's a huge buzzword. But when you look at the, how do you build those cultures of psychological safety? They usually come down to two things. One is the ability to really actively listen to others. And the second is to be more empathic and compassionate. So I think for leaders, that's the draw, is if you can show them that, yes, if you want to reach your targets for the next quarter, if you want to retain your best talent, if you want to build innovative teams, and have the kinds of culture that people are talking about for your reputation, then compassion is probably a very good strategy.
If what you've heard on Flow Research Collective Radio has been helpful, please consider doing us a solid and leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening to this. Reviews help us connect to a wider audience so we can get these peak performance principles out to more people.